Right now on News on 6 at 5, 2 men arrested and another on the run after the first armed robbery in the town of Yale in decades.
A major breakthrough. More than a dozen rifles were stolen from a Tulsa pawn shop. What police say led them to a suspect.
Plus, which injured OU players showing signs of improvement before the Orange Bowl. The news starts now.
On the scene, on the story, News on 6 starts now.
Right now at 5 o'clock, a manhunt is underway for a third suspect wanted in a bold armed robbery in Yale.
Yale police say this man and 2 others stormed into a drugstore and took pain pills, and it's possible they're connected to more crimes. News on 6's Jonathan Cooper is live in Yale on our top story tonight. Jonathan?
Brian and Terry, police are calling this crime very bold. The robbery happened right over here at this drugstore. And take a look, this is only feet away from the town's police station. A bold and rare crime in this small town of Yale.
I've been here since '86, and I can't remember an armed robbery.
Has multiple police officers on the hunt today.
We had all our guys out.
They're looking for the potential getaway driver in the armed robbery of Yale Drug. Yale Police Chief Philip Kelly says it all started around 12:30 yesterday afternoon when 2 armed men stormed the drugstore and stole pain pills and a customer's purse. But little did they know a Yale police officer was eating lunch nearby, heard the call come in, and watched as the suspects sped by in a getaway car. The officer quickly followed.
We pursued them out into the county, into a pasture, and was able to capture one suspect there, and then another suspect was captured by county last night.
Those men, now identified as Rodney Foss and Tanner Jensen, were taken to jail. But investigators say a third person who acted as the getaway driver got away. Chief Kelly says they're now working with other agencies to find that third suspect, but also to see if the 3 suspected in this crime are connected to similar recent robberies in Newkirk and Ponca City.
This could happen anywhere, any town in the U.S.
And nobody was injured in this robbery. This drugstore is back open today. Live on the scene on this story in Yale, Jonathan Cooper, News on 6.
We're following breaking news here at 5. Crime scene investigators have been called to a body found near 71st and Mingo. This is a live look at that area right now. Tulsa police telling us the body was found at the Keyport storage there. At this point, we're not sure about the age or gender of the body. Officers are also not sure how that person died. We have another crew headed to the scene right now, and of course, we'll bring you updates as we learn more information. And new at 5, Tulsa police are investigating a deadly car accident at Highway 169 and I-44. Police say a woman lost control of her car on the curve there from the westbound I-44 to southbound 169, hitting the center wall. We're also told she hit a couple of cars. That damage was minor. All lanes of the highway back open here at 5. The woman's name has not been released.
A Green Country wrestling coach is in the Okmulgee County Jail right now, accused of sexually abusing a child. The sheriff's office says Michael Olazabal was arrested today after they discovered evidence that he sexually assaulted a child under 16. The Henrietta Knights youth wrestling program says Olazabal will no longer be a volunteer coach with them. Coming up tonight at 6, why investigators believe there was only one victim. Tonight, 14 stolen guns, many of them rifles, are off the streets. Tulsa police arrested a man who they say stole those guns and several more after breaking into a Tulsa pawn shop. News on 6's Justin Schreier is on the story tonight with what led police to their suspect. Justin?
Yeah, Terry, police say an anonymous tip broke this case wide open. It led them to a home just 800 feet away from the second-hand Rose pawn shop. Now, the Tulsa Police Crime Gun Unit, along with the Special Investigations Division and the ATF, arrested Joshua Pickett and found 14 out of the 18 guns they are looking for, including AK-47s and AR-15s. Police believe Pickett cut a hole in the roof of the pawn shop, then rappelled inside, grabbing the guns, then leaving the same way he came in. Investigators say this is a big win, but tell me they're still looking for 4 other weapons. They also believe there were other people who helped Pickett.
It's a great help to have the public involved. It really is. Them giving us information, whether it's a burglary, a homicide, or drug house, just getting any information from them can help us reduce crime in our city.
Now, the owner of the pawn shop did not want to speak on camera, but did say that he is grateful. If you have any information, you have to call Crime Stoppers at 918-596-COPS. Live on the scene, on the story in Tulsa, Justin Schreier, News on 6.
Big changes in the weather. Cold front moved through earlier today. It's chilly and breezy out there for your evening, so grab a jacket. And in fact, you're going to need the jacket, even a coat, as we go through our weekend and into next week. That cold front has opened the door to a colder air mass. The wind gusts right now still close to 30 miles per hour in Muskogee and Bartlesville. In fact, it's right about 31 up around Coffeyville, 32 in Veneta. These are the wind gusts, and temperatures in some spots have even been dropping this afternoon, including the Tulsa metro. Right now, we're about 39 to 40 in the metro. We're in the mid-30s up across Osage County there, 34 in Pawhuska. That colder air hasn't quite made it into far southeastern Oklahoma just yet, but it will. Stigler right now you're at 50, but you're gonna cool off. And wind chill values are in the 20s from Tulsa up to the north and northwest. For our quick cast, we're going to continue dropping. 35 by 7 o'clock this evening, 32 by 11 o'clock, wind chill near 25. Coming up, we're going to talk about who could see snow in the state of Oklahoma this weekend and our rain chances coming back in Sunday night through New Year's Eve.
And Stacia, speaking of snow, heavy snow shut down roads in the Oklahoma Panhandle. Right now, some highways in Texas County are still closed here tonight. News on 6 Storm Tracker Marty Logan recorded this video. This coming from Guyman. Look at all of that snow. This was just a couple of hours ago. Some places got as much as 7 inches of snow. Guyman police are asking for drivers to stay off the roads if they can tonight.
Back here in Tulsa, police are looking for the driver who caused a crash and then ran away. This was the scene near 46th Street North in Hartford. Police say a man crashed his Ford SUV into the back of another car, then ran off. The woman in the other car had to go to the hospital. A record number of Oklahomans signed up for health insurance under the Affordable Care Act. Newly released numbers show enrollment in our state jumped by about 7%. That may not sound like much, but other states fell by about 4%. We're still waiting on a breakdown by county, but experts say they're worried fewer people enrolled in rural Oklahoma because funding for outreach programs has been cut.
Developing right now, ODOT is planning on expanding a safety initiative into the new year to help emergency responders. This year, ODOT installed the first 130 half-mile markers in Cleveland, McLean, and Garvin counties along I-35. They say the pilot program makes it easier for paramedics and police to find car accidents and help stranded drivers. Thanks to a $45 million federal grant, ODOT is moving forward with its plans to improve I-44 in Tulsa. ODOT plans on using the money to widen I-44 between the Arkansas River and Union Avenue. It's also planning on updating the bridges at 33rd, West Avenue and Union Avenue. We'll, of course, give you a heads up before those projects begin.
Oklahoma's only naval officer recruiting station is now open near downtown Oklahoma City. We got a sneak peek inside the new recruiting station at this morning's ribbon cutting. Naval officers we spoke with say the new location is ideal for meeting current recruiting incentives to support a growing Navy.
We are looking for college graduates with a minimum of a bachelor's degree and also medical professionals. Anyone who wants to serve, we have programs, anything from a pilot to intelligence officer to nuclear power engineers.
Nationally, the Navy is looking to recruit 42,000 sailors this year.
Still ahead, how the Tulsa Zoo celebrated this National Visit the Zoo Day.
News for Sooner fans ahead of Saturday's Orange Bowl against Alabama.
And next, what condition doctors say could be making your asthma symptoms worse?